What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet show. Again, we will have all the good marketing tools of the overlays, etc., done. I think in the next coming days, the Flashpicks team is working on it. But for now, this is what you get. It is a great Thursday night football. We have football. It's great to be back. Austin, how the hell are you, buddy?
Doing good, my man. Excited to be here. Thursday night football, obviously. It's got both you and I hyped up. I'm tweeting out the link right now. Stoked, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I wish we had a better game. I think this game could be interesting, though. It's a divisional short week. We're waiting on the Rodgers explosion game. Could this be it? Both defenses are great. I think there's some good sneaky spots. But I'm just excited to watch some football. Let's get into the sides and the totals here. I'll go first today. I honestly think I want to say the Jets -6. I think 6 is the right number. It's kind of opened at 7.5, went down to 6. I think this is the game home opener for the Jets. I think they can kind of come back to life here. Patriots defense is good. I'm on, some field goal props, etc. But I think at 6, I like the Jets. Anything more, I think I may lean more towards the Patriots side, but I'm on the Jets and probably the under here. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, the under's a little low for me. I'm not going to sit here and play the over, but anytime it's 38.5, like that's such a low line, like a 21-20 game covers, which isn't that crazy. But with how NFL's been scoring this year, definitely don't hate the look. I think 6 is an interesting line because the Jets haven't really gave us any reason to back them. Like they haven't really shown that they're worth being 6-point favorites, but the fact that they got priced at that makes me think that Vegas is appearing to assume that they're just going to have a quality game here. I think the Patriots have overperformed expectation thus far. Obviously, Brissett's done good not turning the football over. I don't believe he has a turnover this year. They're running the ball really effectively, but they're missing their left tackle, their left guard, and potentially their center today. I think running the ball is going to be difficult for the Patriots. New York has struggled stopping the run. Obviously, we saw Mason for the Niners go crazy, but I think the script looks like the Patriots should have to pass the football. They're probably going to be playing from behind. If the Jets can take care of business and just look effective, you know what I mean? I think they have multiple pieces that have struggled early, and eventually they're going to all click.
I agree. I think this game is I think if you have the right game script, you can make a lot of money in this game. I think it's going to be pretty, I feel like nothing's really going to shock us here. There's some games where, there's the Ravens or the Chiefs where you don't know which wide receiver is going to go crazy. I think we have a good idea of what we're going to see. I feel like the numbers just kind of scream how this game is going to be played. If this game was a shootout, I think we'd all be shocked. I really don't see that happening, but it is what it is. I'm going to talk first about my favorite prop, and that's Greg the leg over 1.5 field goals. Home team, short week, winning game script. The only time you really lose field goal props is honestly on a team that's losing that's got to chase a touchdown late. 2 top 5 defenses in the league, in my opinion. Real numbers may say 6th or 7th for some of these teams, but I think 2 top 5 defenses. Patriots have an unbelievable red zone defense. They did last year. It's also solid this year. So I think Aaron Rodgers moves the chains. It may need a long one or two, but I think this is absolutely free. Love my kicker props today. I know you're on a Jets prop too, so why don't you go talk about that?
Yeah, I taking a different approach, but I'm targeting Mike Williams here. Sorry, I got a phone call. I'm targeting Mike Williams here as I just kind of like what I've seen from weeks 1, weeks 2, and now what I'm projecting for weeks 3. He played 8 snaps in week 1. We saw him up to 65% of snaps in week 2. I wouldn't be surprised to see him closer to 75% snaps in week 3. All reports say that he was feeling great. He was supposed to be on a snap count, but they didn't follow it last week because he was feeling well. No setbacks through weeks 1 and 2. It feels like it's a time where they picked him up for a reason. This guy's a high-quality player. He's a good wide receiver too. 23.5 yards for a guy of his caliber. That's 1 catch, in my opinion. And A-Rod, I've said it, I think eventually he's going to hit one of these home run plays. This team has struggled with big plays. They've had to kind of earn their keep grinding drives. I think this is a great line for Mike Williams, who's seeing good snaps.
I completely agree. I think he's 1 catch away. We know how he can just catch a bomb. His snap count increased. We saw that. He looked like he's feeling good. Most reports say he'll be back to normal week 4 or 5, but I think we saw a significant jump from what he's capable of doing. Short week may alter his full progression, but I think that this he's over 1.5 catches, like minus 200. I think if he gets 2 catches, you're over this number. I think he's a deep ball threat. If he gets any one-on-ones, Garrett Wilson's going to occupy a lot of attention from everybody. And early in the game, hopefully, if it's winning game script, or hopefully winning, you want to cash this before the fourth quarter. If the
100%.
Jets are winning, you may start to worry a little bit. But I think one of the main reasons why they would be winning is if Mike Williams is having himself a day. Have not seen much love for Garrett Wilson. And I think it's going to be Lazard, Mike Williams. I'm having trouble deciding. I think I may play both in some capacity. But yeah, tough to argue that one for sure. Honestly, I'm even looking at Antonio Gibson in props right now, which you can call me crazy. He has a 6.5 rush attempts line, and he's had 7 and 11 in his first 2 games. Short week. I know that there was positive game script ish on both. I'm not expecting 11, but I feel like 22.5 rushing yards. If he averages 4 a carry, that's just a little over 6 carries. That's 6 carries. I feel like he could break one. The Jets defense, like we said, has been a little struggling to the run. We know they're going to stick to the run game early. If Stevenson's used and abused, he can really come in. I really think I'm like so close to putting that in. What are your thoughts on me getting cheeky with that? Is that like a no-go, or is that
I genuinely like the play a ton, Chucks. I'm obviously on Jacoby Brissett pass attempts. I just don't see this Jets team this Patriots team running all over this Jets team this week because they're without their left tackle. They're without their left guard. Their center
I agree.
was banged up. If he doesn't play, like they're missing 3 starting O-linemen at that point. Also, the coaches said time and time again that this offense is too one-dimensional. They're super predictable, and if they want to beat higher quality teams, they have to be two-dimensional. They're not right now. They haven't shown that they can pass effectively. I lean, obviously, the pass attempts, so I'm hoping the run game doesn't see success, but I did like the Gibson line, especially because he's been getting good touches. I think his rush receiving yard could be a decent look, too, because he's been effective in the receiving game as well.
Yeah. I just think short week, they're gonna get involved in the receiving game, but they're also gonna play short.
Yeah, they're gonna play to their strength.
They're not gonna start chucking deep balls. They may keep the defense honest with a few early, but I just think his usage was just surprising to me, given how much usage Stevenson already has. I almost didn't even look that way. So I may have that prop out later. Don't be shocked if you see me post that at 22.5. 20.5 on Fanatics, but I know most people can't get that. So I probably stick to 22.5 on FanDuel. I'm really, really itching there. And I'm just like, even Braylon Allen on the Jets, the Breece Hall's backup. He was banged up a little bit after last game. Does he get some touches too? He doesn't even have a rushing attempts line.
But he's got a 1.5 receiving line or reception line, which is
who does?
Allen.
That's actually crazy too. I'm not gonna lie.
Even money too. So like they clearly plan on utilizing him, right? Like if he's got a 1.5 reception line, he's definitely going to see snaps.
Yeah, you're right. It is literally minus 115 right now.
Yeah, I saw that this morning because I was trying to figure out like, is Breece Hall going to get like a better snap share, or is Allen actually going to carve into this role a little bit? And I mean, that shows he's going to get snaps if he's got.
He had 4 targets last week.
Yeah.
Wow. What's his
receiving line?
What's his receiving yards line?
Let's see. 1 sec.
If it's under 10, you may have to do that.
8.5.
Yeah, I may.
Pretty solid line.
It's 7.5 on FanDuel. Is that cheeky?
That's my thing. Is like, was it a fluke 4 targets last week? Like Breece Hall's a 4.5 reception line. Like, how are they going to have 7 grabs by the running backs combined if both of them go?
Yeah. Well, I think because he got banged up a little bit, but short week, I think he's involved.
He's earned it. He's a good player. He's shown that he deserves to play and get some sort of snap share. So I think his rush receiving could be sneaky. You could see him do some like draw.
He's over in both games. He had 1 catch versus the Niners for 9 yards. I may have to play that 7.5 line on FanDuel. I may play both backup running backs here. And
Good. It could be sharp.
oh God, that's
Gross,
just
but
this guy's a Garrett legacy game, the barbecue chicken. You don't know the Patriots defense, brother. It could be, but they're
Christian
pretty
Gonzalez is a great player, and
he's solid.
they haven't shadowed all year with him, but it seems like a spot it would make sense for them to. Obviously, he'll probably see him half the time. We'll see. But Christian Gonzalez on Wilson, I don't like that matchup for Wilson, but obviously the other corners, yeah.
Dude, I'm going to get real cheeky today. It's going to look really sick. You're going to see a lot of green check marks, or you're going to see a lot of ugly.
Yeah, no in between.
There's no in between there.
I mean, there's a lot of good props in this game. Like, it's a lot of interesting stuff.
I agree. I'm just saying that 7.5, and he's at 1.5 minus 110. Could literally be one catch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not sure on Allen. I really am not. I don't know his role yet. I
like Hunter Henry here. I think 3.5 receptions is a little high. But I think he's a very solid player. I think you can't really his target share for them has been at the top. So I mean, I know they said they want to get other guys involved. So it could be a good sell high spot on Henry, where I think the lines are there. Like I can't find an edge there. I think the books have him shopped right. I do think he has a game similar to that. But I think they're pretty spot on with where he is. And if they are going to start sharing the wealth a little more to a lot of other guys, then it could be a bad spot for him. But positive game script and a game could save that. That's my honest opinion there.
I agree. And I mean, 12 targets last week. It's kind of interesting to have him at 33.5 yards after a 106-yard, 12 target game, so have to assume that the share gets spread around a little bit more. I'm expecting Demario Douglas to be involved here. Osborne's obviously seen decent target share for what the offense has shown. And Polk's going to be there. So I would assume it's rightly priced.
All right. Well, there you have it. Those are our thoughts on the game here. We're going to get into the first touchdown score. And you know what we decided to do, which I didn't even tell Austin yet? We're going to keep track competition between me and Austin. Who can get the most first touchdowns right? You know what the rules are. No cheap plus 300 first touchdown scores. No Breece Halls. None of that stupid stuff. It is going to be a plus 1,000 or higher. That is always been the rule. That is the rule right now. So I'll let you go first, Austin. Who do you think scores the first touchdown today?
Yeah, and I will say, I know it wasn't plus 1,000 or higher, but I did have Derrick Henry last time.
You did. I'm not counting that.
So plus 450, just so you know. But I'm going to go Mike Williams, plus 1,700. I think he scores a touchdown today. I think he's involved. Why not go be the first one?
I like that a lot. I'm going to root for that not to happen just for this contest alone. But I'm seeing plus 1,700 on DraftKings and FanDuel as the best line there. That's a good hit if that does hit.
I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
Plus 1,800 tight end, Conklin.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not right now. This Potato is onto something. Looking sharp. You look great in your picture. I'm going Allen Lazard. Familiar face. He crushed in the first week with 2 touchdowns. I think he's a little more involved. I think in the red zone, he's going to be Rodgers' little safety net. I like him versus this matchup, and I see plus 1,500 on MGM as the best odds. So Mike Williams versus Lazard. See us next Thursday for who is taking the lead. It's already going to be me. I'm going to say I'm 1-0 versus Austin so far. If no one hits, obviously no one wins, but we'll keep track, have some fun with it. Guys, this has been brought to you by our beautiful sponsor. We've teamed up with DraftKings Pick 6. I'm going to put the picture up here for those of you guys who don't have it. It's going to look real ugly right now. Again, we're going to get the regular stuff next week, but we've teamed up with DraftKings. Pick 6, new customers play $5 in your first picks, get $50 in Pick 6 credits, and 1 month of NFL Premium. Have yourselves a day. Those players get all the new promos, some good stuff there. Go check it out. Go use our links in the description below. And there you have it. That's how we see the game playing out. Best of luck on your bets today. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.